Hey guys, RC back. This will be episode 6 of our Let's Play. I'm recording this right after the last episode, so again, had some dental work done this morning. If my voice sounds a little worse than normal, my apologies. Um, and I'll try not to be as quiet in this video. I was doing a lot of brainstorming last video, just trying to figure out um, how to plug holes. And I'm still not done thinking about that. I was trying, oh, here's what I was looking for. All right. So, contact dropped from a 5 to a 4, improved from a 4 to a 5. Potential rating improved from 3.5 to 4 stars. Then it dropped back down to 3.5. But if I remember looking at him just a second ago, he's only showing up as a 2-star potential now. Oh, that's because he's in center field. That is why. All right, so we're going to move him back to left field. There we go. Much better. But I think we may have hurt him there. I don't know. All right, well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. His eye's not very good, is it? Ratings. You know what? Yeah, let's shop him around. I'm just not really confident about him. Dennis Lamp. Ooh, Rick Langford. I seem to recall. Nope, Oakland. I was thinking he pitched for California, but no, he pitched for Oakland. Mike Ivey's a 23-year-old first baseman. 36 years old, Lou Brock. No, thank you. No. Bruce Hurst. Dennis Lamp. Jay Johnstone. Um, Jay Johnstone. If it's the same guy I'm thinking of, he actually has a book out that you can buy or check out at the library or whatever. But he was, if it's the same guy that I'm thinking of, he was a practical joker. He was the guy that gave hot foots in the clubhouse. He can play first base. He's 30. He signed through this year. He's hitting 361, but that's going to be an anomaly. But he could hit around 300. Not much power. But then he could upgrade right field. I don't know if they would consider him an upgrade. Dave Chalk, Gil Flores. Third, left, and right. No power, but everything else is actually pretty good. 300, 083 this year. What were his real life stats? He was only with California that 1 year. Wow, I did not realize that. So 77 had to have been, 76 was probably the year I started following the Angels, and '77 was like the year that I really, really, spent a lot of time because he was one of the guys that I remember being in the lineup. He was only there 1 year, and then that was it. He was done. Wow, look at that. That's that's astounding. I had no idea. Um, hmm, ratings. He doesn't really have the eye. Pretty good, pretty good arm. Turn the double play, but he plays third and the outfield. Not sure that's what I need right here. Dave Chalk, real good defense. Not a very good hitter. He would just be a backup to Patek and Brett, though. That doesn't help me. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and just put him on the block, and then we'll just be done with that. We're still at Sunday. Let's go ahead and just finish the day. All right. So let's. That was a pretty long week. It took a whole episode and half of this one, I guess. So we went 4-6. We're only 3 games out, even though we're next to last. California is really struggling. The White Sox made the big move this week with a 5-game win streak, going 8-2, and they were the Cincinnati, the Dodgers, and the Giants all went 8-2. Dodgers riding a 7-game win streak. That's pretty sad, though. You have a 7-game win streak and you don't make anything up in the loss column. That's pretty crazy. Um, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at the emails. All right, so Lacey tore his hamstring, so he's out 2 to 3 months. That's what's kind of set us down this long road for these 2 episodes. Parker hits for the cycle. Very nice for Dave Parker. Jim Rice was injured 4 weeks with a fractured rib. Dennis Leonard holds the A's scoreless. Very good. Tony Perez, his 300th home run of his career. (1,877 hits. He's only 34, so he's got a little while to go. Of course, our trade with the Red Sox. And yeah, we dropped down to 18th from that in the power ratings. Let's look at our schedule. So the Twins swept us. We lost 4-0 in this one. Managed 6 hits. Blyleven a complete game. Paul Splittorff, did he get hurt? 4 hits and 2 runs and they took him out. He's got really good stamina. Nope, doesn't say he got hurt there. That's interesting. 6-3. They had a big 6th inning on us there. Patton with 9 hits, 3 runs. That must have been his last game with us. Hrabowski got the hook, giving up 3 runs. None of them were earned, but still 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning. 4-1, another 6-hit performance. Nothing from the top of the order. Ron Guidry's first game with us, 4 runs on 7 hits. 2-1 win over the A's. Vida Blue, another good outing for him. Steve Busby, 1 run, 7 hits in 7 innings. A 7-0 shellacking, 4-hitter. That was the shutout for Dennis Leonard. John Tudor, that is the guy. That's the guy I was thinking about. Okay, I don't remember what video it was, but one of the videos in this series, I was talking about the pitcher that had a year where he hardly walked anybody. That was John Tudor. I'm pretty sure it was him. It couldn't have been him because he still had 30 walks, which isn't a lot. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was that 1990 season when he was 12-4. Maybe. Oh well. All right, so that was the shutout win. Then we lost 5-2. We only got 4 hits in that one. Splittorf had another good game, but not enough. Hrabowski got the loss again. I need to change him over. I want to call him a closer. And that changes it to 9th or later. All right, back to the schedule. And then a 2-0 loss. 6 hits in this one. Both pitchers with complete games. Scarberry with the shutout. You know, there's nothing you can do in those kind of games. Lots of injuries. How are we looking at for anybody coming back from that? Disabled list. 1 to 2 weeks for Aaron. A month for Stags. Wolford's banged up, sprained knee. Fairley is still 2 to 3 weeks out. Oh, you know what? I just realized that. I've got him set to be the starting catcher as well, which is okay. I didn't need to do that. I tell you what, real quick, while we are just thinking about it, we're projected for 5.8 million. That'll be a 1.2 million profit. We're actually not too far off of that 30,000 until the last week here, and we've gone below 20. If we don't start winning, we're going to be in trouble on the salary, on ticket sales. All right, let's look at salaries. All right, Fairley's 37. I think I'm going to let him go after this year. Bryles is 32. Brett's tied up. I'm going to let Aaron go at 42, I think. Doug Bird, I'm just not sold on him right now. Del Canton, I'm going to let go. Guidry, I want to re-sign. Tell you what, you're 25. I want to get you for a 4-year deal. See if we can tie you up for 4 years at a low price. That would be nice. Brian Murphy. Wolford. Stinson. We'll extend him for a year. Throop, I think I'm going to let go. Nothing. All right, we'll do that. All right, 3 games out. Hopefully we can make a move here. Personal message. Stinson and Guidry signed. Good. No, Hank Aaron still suffering from his strained MCL. Oh, that was the end of the week. So let's go ahead and check our standings. So we go 7-3 this week and vault up into second place. A 4-way tie. Wow. 4-way tie at 26 and 25. Just 2 games behind the Twinkies. Mets with a 5-game lead. Reds go, look at that. The Dodgers go 9-1, tie for the second best record again, and still don't make up any ground on the Reds, who turned on an 8-game winning streak. That's sick. Montreal's 18 back, 27 out for the Braves. Man, would not want to be one of those teams. All right, let's see. Let's see what our, okay, so we went back up, but about 25,000 this week. We got a 3-game sweep over the Angels, 3-1 in the first game. 12. We gave up 12 hits, but only 1 run. Wow. In extra innings, went 11. Guidry, 1 run in 7 innings. Mingori, 2 2/3 scoreless. Littell gets the win. Otis with a triple. Albert's got a home run off of Guidry. Otis went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Brett did not play that day. 4-1. Brett went 2 for 3 that day. Busby a complete game, 1-run effort. Otis with his 5th homer, Fairley his 2nd. And then 5-2. All the RBIs were really spread out. Splittorff had a good game. Hrabowski with his 8th save. No home runs. Brett got a stolen base. Mickey Rivers got 2. 18-0 over the Rangers. Wow. Leonard with a complete game shutout. Otis with his 6th homer. McRae his 3rd. Burleson his 2nd. That was good. Burleson went 2 for 6. 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs for McRae. 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs for Brett. Still with just 1 home run this season. Otis with 5 RBIs. 12 RBIs out of your 3-4-5 hole. Nothing wrong with that. Too bad I couldn't put some of those in the bank and save them for a rainy day, right? Like that day, we could have put 5 on there. Bryles, 5 runs in 5 innings. Brown had a good outing against us. Otis, his 7th home run. Jeff Burrows. Um, I don't know if any of you guys remember this. Probably about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, if that long, there was a kid named Jeff Burrows in the Little League World Series and for the United States, and I believe he was the MVP of the series. Um, that's this Jeff Burrows' son, from what I remember. Um, I remember his dad had played, and they talked about that. Uh, Mallory is stinking the joint up, boy. Let me tell you. Um, and then we won 4-2. Guidry. So Guidry's been pitching pretty well since we picked him up. I'm glad to have him on board. Let's see. So Leonard pitched another shutout, got into the news again this sim. Andy Messersmith. Willie Davis, 36. No comeback, career probably over. Fractured ankle. So he played for Texas. Looked like a journeyman. I mean, look, 285. That was some productive stuff to break his ankle. Real life, he was a Dodger for most of his career before bouncing around at the end of it. Three Dog, that's an interesting nickname. For the American League, do we have anybody in the voting? Probably not. Carlton Fisk, Thurman Munson. For catcher, Rod Carew, Bobby Grich, Lee Lacy. Of course, he's not playing. George Brett's the leading vote getter at third. Good. Toby Harrah, Jim Rice. Amos Otis is in second in center field. Nobody out of the bullpen. Oh, Al Hrabowski, I'm sorry, the leading reliever. Surprising, actually. I think 8 losses or whatever he's got this year. Over in the National League, Johnny Bench, Manny Sanguillen, Bob Watson, Keith Hernandez, Tony Perez, Joe Morgan, Mike Schmidt, Pete Rose. How's Pete Rose doing on his hit parade? He's 35. Yeah, 770 plate appearances. Can you imagine that? I mean, it's hard to get, 5 or 600 now. 770. That's like a whole 50 extra games. That's asinine. Batting stats, hits. So he's got 64 hits this year in 51 games. Puts him almost at 2,600 hits for his career. Dave Concepcion, Richie Zisk. George Foster's not too far behind. Al Oliver, Ken Griffey Sr. And yes, that is the dad of Ken Griffey Jr., for those of you that might not be aware. Dave Parker, Tom Seaver, Don Gullett, John Matlack, Steve Carlton, Tug McGraw. He's got a good autobiography out if you are looking for a sports book to read. He was a character. All right. So we've had a pretty. Oh, you know what? We had a pretty decent sim. We went through here. 5 hits for Munson, hitting 327 on the season. Amos Otis got Player of the Week, 435 average for this week. Very good. The National Leagues was Ken Griffey, 440 in 25 at bats. Power rankings, we really jump up this week from 18 all the way up to number 10. So again, we are still tied. We are tied in a four-way tie for second. We already looked at the standings. Our runs against are up to number 3. Starters ERA's up to number 3, so we've improved that. Let's see. We got about a minute left in this video. I'm just curious. Mallory is killing me, man. $1.59. But Wolford's not doing any better at 0.77. Not doing any better at all. Jordan Kovac. All right, Lacey's got another 2 months, 3 weeks, unknown now. So he's day to day. He can return, but he still has tell you what, you know, this is probably his last year. I hate to see him get hurt. If I put him there, what is it going to do with him? Okay, it's going to put him on the bench, never to play, but have him come in as a pinch hitter, which I can live with that. All right, so that gets him back on, and hopefully, I mean, man, he started off at a 412 clip for us before he got hurt after 6 games. I sure would have liked to have seen what he would have done with the whole season, but you know, we still have after the All-Star break, so hopefully he can rebound from that. We've got the Sox and the Orioles coming up in the next sim. And Orioles is going to be tough. They're 9-1 in their last 10, riding a 9-game win streak. So we're going to really need to handle our business against the Sox. I just don't know if we can or not. All right, guys. Well, we're going to call that an episode. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for checking this one out. Take care.